everybody, my name is Andrew Cardy.
Hey guys, my name is Nikki and I work for Project SOS, and I just want to take a moment to talk to you guys about something that's very personal and very intimate in my own life.
I want to talk to you guys specifically about abstinence. Now, abstinence is the sort of thing that when we talk about it, a lot of times we have this sort of gut reaction of it's like your mom telling you to clean your room.
I have made some of the biggest mistakes in my life. One of those things was giving my virginity away.
But I want to talk to you guys specifically about a definition that I kind of have made for myself about abstinence. And abstinence to me means you're setting something apart. You're putting a different value on it. Everyone else can say this is worth this much, but you say, no, I'm going to treat this differently. This is more important to me than just what anybody else will give it. I made a commitment in 7th grade that I was going to be abstinent. I said, you know what? I understand, the idea of sexual relationship is something that is meant for a marriage. It is the one thing that you can give once.
And I couldn't believe how sex had such a big impact on our relationship. And all of a sudden, I didn't know who I was anymore. I didn't know what I stood for, and I didn't know who I had just given myself to. All of a sudden, we became strangers.
And so, growing up, because I made that choice, of course, that doesn't mean that I didn't date anybody. I dated plenty of people in high school and into college and stuff. But the great thing was that those relationships, the physical part of those relationships, only went to a certain place. There was a line that we never crossed. And the challenging part about that was that, a lot of the times our culture and TV and music says, well, the way I know this person cares about me is that they sleep with me or we engage in this sort of behavior together. And so for me, when it came time to honor this girl that I was in a relationship or let her know that I did love her and I cared about her, it was a challenge for me. I had to think creatively. I had to think outside the box.
And so I felt like at this point, well, I had already given it away. I had already, had sex with somebody. So why not if I feel like I love somebody again, if I get into a relationship like that again, why not just keep doing it? Why would I ever stop? And so I got into relationship after relationship after relationship. And every time that I would give myself to somebody, I was giving them a piece of my heart. I was giving them a piece of my body. I was giving them a piece of my mind, just everything. And one right after the other, the relationships didn't work out.
As that I'm a 27-year-old virgin. And that's something that I'm incredibly, incredibly proud of. And I want you guys to know that it's something that you can do. It doesn't matter who else agrees with your choice, who else supports you on your choice. This is something you can do, and it's so important, and it gives you so much freedom from worrying about anything.
And I looked in the mirror and I didn't know who I was on the inside, because on the inside I felt so empty. And I felt like, wow, if tomorrow I meet the man of my dreams, and if tomorrow I meet my future husband, I don't have anything left to give him. And that is the worst feeling ever. And I couldn't really understand why, how each time, looking back, how each time I had thought about the times where I had slept with those previous boyfriends, why I always woke up the next morning feeling so dirty.
So the choice for abstinence is a hard one. It's an incredibly, incredibly hard choice, but it is so worth it. And I want you guys to know that you can make that choice today. Thanks, guys.
Until somebody told me about waiting, and somebody told me about abstinence, and somebody told me what it was like to wait and give that special gift only to your husband or only to your wife. And so when they explained this to me, a light bulb just went off, and I was like, this is what I'm missing. This is where I went wrong. So I made the toughest decision that I could ever make, and I decided to become a secondary virgin. That if you've made mistakes and you've done some things that you regret, you can keep moving forward. Don't live in the past. Don't live by your past mistakes. Make a stand today. Say, I am choosing to be worth the wait. So if you've made mistakes and you're thinking about maybe becoming a secondary virgin, I want to challenge you to think about it. Really think about it. You don't have anything to lose. You need to know that you're worth the wait.